So the McDonald's episode is where Food Wars all began. Joe, did you have any problems filming this episode?
Yeah, I had to go back and forth to McDonald's 3 times to get everything, and they still didn't have the McNuggets boxes that we wanted. I had KFC leftovers for days. I ended up giving some of it away to my neighbors in my building.
Yeah, I was the same. I took like 3 buckets of chicken home for myself and my roommates. I even kind of made a pot pie, which you guys had on the menu, and we didn't.
Sorry, you made a pot pie out of KFC leftovers?
Just took the KFC chicken, took the skin off it, put it in a pot with some soup, some vegetables, and then a pastry on top, and it was pretty good. This might actually have been my favorite episode to shoot. What about you, Joe?
Same. I love shooting this episode.
I just thought some of the visuals were really cool, particularly the bird's eye view. We actually had our camera person, Charlie, shooting that one, and he was just standing on a table getting some stuff by hand. It wasn't the most professional setup, but I think it got the job done.
This was also the first USA only exclusive and arguably the worst. I could give a TED talk on how much I hate banana peppers. This was probably the first time I had Subway in 10 years.
Now that actually surprised me because the way you slid the party sub out of its container looked like something that you've done a lot of times.
Called acting, I'm a natural. That was actually the first take we did of that too. Funny story about that party sub, I ended up giving it to our cameraman and he took it to a party and his bro buddies were like, yo! 2 words together and a number, Frygate 2020.
Now I do have a confession to make, which is that I don't drink coffee. I'm very loyal to tea as a British person, so this episode was kind of wasted on me.
Personally, when I get a pizza from a place like Papa John's, I just get cheese and pepperoni. But shooting these episodes, it's gotten me a chance to try a bunch of different things on the menu, and I'm actually kind of impressed with things like their desserts.
Now that you've been forced to try a few, are there any that you're going to order again in the future?
You're just gonna have to watch the episode and find out. So Harry, what did you think of Five Guys?
Yeah, I thought this episode was really cool. I really enjoyed learning more about the fries because they appear to be really good value, but if you watch, you'll find out that actually you might not be getting as much value as you think.
Yeah, they're not generous, okay? They factor the price of the fries into the extra scoop. When you're buying the fries, you're paying for the fry cup and the extra scoop, they factor it in. Don't get me started on the hot dog.
Chipotle was by far our girthiest episode to date. I was really struggling to keep it together in the studio, but our camera person Charlie was insisting that I say that over and over again.
When you order the food, I have to order through their app. It's just such a huge order. Ended up with all these like Pizza Hut reward points. So on my Pizza Hut account, I'm flush with Pizza Hut cash, and it is amazing. When you order the food, I have to order through their app. It's just such a huge order. Ended up with all these like Pizza Hut reward points. So on my Pizza Hut account, I'm flush with Pizza Hut cash, and it is amazing.
Now, I love this episode because for the first time I got to work with a dog. She's called Mabel. She is owned by our office manager, Megan, and she was amazing.
This was my favorite episode to shoot. I ate so many donuts. It was awesome. And I also didn't get nearly as sick as I thought I was going to, so that was nice. Wingstop was the most expensive on the USA food order-wise Food Wars episode. We spent over $500 on Wingstop food.
That is an insane amount of money, and please stop doing that in future.
Oh yeah, this episode, Grubhub canceled my order an hour before it was supposed to be delivered for the shoot, so I had to frantically run to a Dunkin' Donuts and order it, and it put us behind the shoot, and I was totally frazzled. I don't know if it comes across in the episode, but when you watch the Dunkin' Donuts episode, notice that I am incredibly aggravated.